dumping it back into capital reserve to fix the capital projects for the middle school, high school projects. So all that money is just going into one pocket, and it's staying in that pocket until the 9 of us say it gets to go from that pocket out. It doesn't mean anything. Tom legally can't put it just any old place because it's got to be someplace specific, and he's at 7.9 now. If he goes to 8, you,
No, that's got nothing to do with it.
You all get in trouble.
That's all assigned.
For going over that 7.9.
In the unassigned, but if we assign it to
right,
somewhere
so
other than the capital reserve.
Put it in the capital reserve, taking it out. Tom makes it sound like it's going to take 3 knives and
Well, it
a
sounds
gun.
like it's going to take an act of Congress.
It doesn't take an act of Congress, but it's going in a space where it can be pulled out within a timely, effective manner
for capital improvements.
For capital improvements, to keep, which is the basic principle of the buildings, which is to be warm, safe, and dry.
Let's say we get another facility, say they come out with another facility improvement grant that we can get, or whatever.
Then it still will be able to be matched. But what you're also not doing is you're not locking yourself in by putting it into another account, and all of a sudden, boom, the AC, a wall in this building collapses for some odd case, whatever.
For any contingency that may
A
pop up.
contingency.
Yeah.
It's still in capital projects, that comes under capital projects, we can move it to take care of that immediately. If we put it into that assigned balance, that other assigned balance that you're saying, like a middle school project, and that wall collapses, then we've got to come in, we all got to do things to get done, and it's got to take that little act of Congress to get to replace that. By putting in that thing, all you're doing is putting your wallet and making money on it.
No. The thing I said was, I want to make sure that it's something that's dire, not that you were trying to get grant money, and that's why we decided to do it. That was my comment.
Yeah.
I think we answered that.
Yeah.
Well, why do you want to wait? What, I don't understand, to assign the money. Could you explain that to me? Why do you want to wait till later in the year to assign it to the?
Well, they're saying that they're going to assign, that we're holding on the ACEs anyway. Like, we're not going to do that right away.
But it's not assigned to
but
ACEs.
We're putting the money in the project.
We're putting money in the future project, which then Tom can still add to. He can keep adding to it to cover it, and he never has to move it again. So it's not like it's going anywhere.
Yeah, I just want to know where you think it would be spent other than capital project.
It's only going towards the facilities.
You know,
it's not going to cover a lunchroom deficit. It's not going to cover janitorial services, anything like that. It's going specifically and only for facilities.
Exactly. We're restricting, if something would occur, it would be a restriction on what that money can be spent.
No.
Which you're going to have anyway, no matter what happens. This is for facilities and facilities only.
So wait, you're saying that the 3.2 is going to go to facilities no matter what we vote or anything
No. The option would be, so let's just say it's the 3.2. So you can say, all right, I want 3.2, or the whole 3.7 is what this boils down to. The 3.7, let's take out that negative middle school, which confuses people. That 3.7, you're saying is going to go, 3.2 of it is going to go to capital funds, the rest is going to go boom and boom. You could take that 3.2 and say, okay, only $3,000 or $3 million is going to go to capital project list. We're going to throw another 2 over towards the transportation fund. Oh, well, you know what? Let's only make that 2.9 million. Now we're going to take another 100,000 over and put it in technology. That's all you're deciding is where that's going. He's already broken all that down for you. But once you put it in that capital projects list, then it's restricted to capital projects.
Okay, thank you very much,
All right,
Carl.
sorry.
I really
Sorry,
appreciate your input.
yeah.
I think we need a recommendation. Are we?
Well, I have one more comment.
Okay.
This is their 100%, this makes us very happy. This isn't dire, right? I just want to make sure we're being responsible here.
I understand that sentiment entirely.
Because you know, when I have a Christmas list, I put it all on there. That doesn't mean I'm going to get it on.
As Carl shared with us, since 2011, I believe we said,
So
we've
the
had
window.
leaking in windows.
So you're saying the windows are very important. Okay, I got it.
HVAC in the gym was a priority when we had the bid, and we chose not to do that so we could get other things. The grant provides us with that.
If you're
because
gonna
of
do the
our student
windows, you
needs.
should do the HVAC.
Correct.
The pneumatics on the lower level and the life.
Correct. The pneumatics are more than 40 years old. Yeah.
So do we have a recommendation to move this forward?
So-
Does anybody have everything that they wanted to say as it is? And is, you know, I need to hear from you guys, so.
I have a recommendation to put 3.2 million in the capital projects fund. Correct.
You good with that?
Tom, were you saying about? Excuse me, give somebody else.
Jeannie?
So the 3.2 is the HVAC and the windows.
That's be everything. It would be both the high school and ACES.
No, it's not.
Oh, because you already have money in there.
Correct.
And we would delay it. We would delay it.
That's right, I forgot.
Yes.
Well, I thought we were
Delaying
delaying
it.
it.
You know, we're setting money aside.
Set the money aside, please. Remember, we set money aside for the project.
You good with it?
Trying to plan ahead.
And we're taking it to the full board, this isn't.
Oh, yeah, it's not finished here, yeah, you still have to make the argument in front of the full board. Oh, absolutely.
So do we want to move forward?
That's not going to happen.
You have a chance next week to just,
If one of you could, and if you have to get back to me, is it a 2/3 majority to take it out
I'm certain it's a 2/3 majority.
at any time, or do you need to
Take it out of the
anything
capital
else?
projects that's there.
But it's only a simple majority to
Put it in.
to
Correct.
move it from an assigned somewhere else to
Right.
capital project.
I think the state and the law, the spirit of it is to set it aside for capital projects and use it for capital projects, not a holding tank. And I think that's the intent of the law.
all right, so we're good? We'll move forward.
I'm good.
Jeannie?
Well, I mean, you guys have.
If you can explain, I still don't understand, if you could, maybe the next time we meet, explain why you wanna hold it out a little better. Cause I don't know what you wanna, I don't know what you want, that's funny. But anyway, I don't know what what you see coming down the road. Cause if you have something, if you know something that I don't know, then,
No,
fill me in.
it's just the fact of anything. If we, I mean,
Right.
different things come up as we're on.
But
here.
it wouldn't.
And I mean, this is a big sum of money
It
that's
is.
coming to us.
Yeah.
And I hate to kind of handicap ourselves in the sense of, this is something that we're not gonna be doing for a significant period of time. We can still put it aside. But what if it would be needed for something else that we wanna move to?
Okay.
Okay, so.
Well, I
we
know-
really
I
need to
know-
move forward. We-
I know in the past, I've made comments about things and Carl would say, well, it's already been approved. Yeah, so I can understand where he's coming with that. You're basically, hey, we're basically tied. The money has to go to what's approved.
Absolutely.
Well, the work
I
session
can
should be
understand
a
that.
work
Okay.
session.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna move that forward. According, is everybody's okay with this? We're gonna move forward?
We'll wrap up the next session due to time here. Briefly, so the board approved a food service coordinator job description last month. We have salary benefits attributed to that based off of the allotment there, and then I showed that some transition between staffing from internal LASD employees to Chartwell's. We have some estimated savings based off of how that was. Last year we had 7 employees, and now it's down to 3, so that's where that savings is kind of coming into. Some have left employment altogether, and some have transitioned to Chartwell specifically. So that job, food service coordinator job, would be to kind of recoup that net of that $30,000 through their job duties, through the compliance, through enhancing the program, all the things that was in the part of the job description. What the ask of this is, I do have a name to recommend for this job position on the members board. So that would be something that That is coming to, sorry.
Just say
That's,
we keep putting Chartwell's, but
because
what
Chartwell's
happens
is,
if we don't stay with Chartwell's with this position?
then this position would still be needed because of the compliance aspect. The compliance aspect's not going away. They would hold said next food service company feet to the fire on compliance, the same way they would hold Chartwell. So the RFP is actually going on right now. I'm still conducting all the information, and I'm hopeful I'll have something for you in the next meeting because the state is releasing their information back to me here soon.
And the timeliness of the position is to be able to have the person in place to assist with the RFP and making sure that we have compliance.
So, but you don't want to tell us the name now?
It'll be on the board agenda for
That would
next
not be
week.
appropriate.
So we interview someone and pick someone,
I'm just saying.
Yes, correct.
and what are you asking us to do?
That, the ask would be for approving somebody for the new position that was basically job description.
Moving it
created.
So to approve the money for the position.
To approve the
So
person.
they
in
already
the
approved the
position.
position.
The job description was approved.
Pending all the security
We didn't
stuff and
spend
all
any
that.
money though. It's for the
So that would be the ask, since it was a brand new position, that we'd have somebody appointed to that
So
position.
we move forward with that person to the full board for hire.
But we don't get to know who it is.
Right, we'll find out Monday.
Friday.
Friday.
When the
Friday.
agenda is released.
You're approving a person in the position, you're not approving said individual. I mean, the individual you'll know that's going to fill this.
We approved the position, now we'll have somebody to be within that position that's approved.
You all good with that?
Yes. Okay. So the next is, what I alluded to, is the restructuring of district office and business office. So due to some efficiencies, working with Dr. Mitchell and Dr. Berryman, we were able to identify some efficiencies we can have within the district office and business office. So we'll have several job descriptions changing, just like the food service. The biggest one to note there is the one in yellow. Currently, I have an administrative assistant that will be transitioned into a personnel insurance coordinator. So it'll be a current budgeted position that's just repositioned with the new job duties to better align with efficiencies we are kind of establishing. The same thing with the district office staff, which would be Dr. Mitchell's executive assistant, Dr. Berryman's executive assistant. So that would be, it's very similar to the food service. We changed that job position and then posted for that. So, any questions on that?
Any questions?
Okay, and then just briefly, we had just 2 minor change orders since last month. Since last month, yeah, so pretty low on the change order standpoint. And then timeline, so we had the transfer capital reserve that we just pushed through on the next board meeting. I'll have audit AFR results, most likely for the November 29th meeting. I'm hoping the timing works out for auditors to have them present at the December work session meeting. If not, we'll have to wait till January's meeting date set to have them come January. And then February kicks off the budget season. So February till June will be budget. So get ready.
Okay. All right. Is there any questions, any comments to what Tom presented? Okay. Is there any other business? Okay. Finance, Property Commission. Motion. Thank you. Motion.
Second.
Okay. Motion adjourned. Adjourned.
Hey, Carl. I have a quick question, and I think maybe this will help Nick. The money is not allocated to a particular project, it's just allocated capital
It's
funds.
just putting, it's just
So you're
like
not
take
committing
piggy
it
bank
to
versus
ACES, right?
piggy bank. The green piggy bank.
But you're not committing it to a side project.
Not committing it to anything.
Okay, that seems to be the
It's,
confusion.
yeah, it's just in the piggy bank.
You're only committing it to, that it will be spent on facilities, not necessarily an ACES.
I know, that's